And the conflict in Yemen is threatening to spill beyond its borders as Iran-backed Houthi rebels announced an immediate naval blockade against Saudi Arabia, ending years of relative calm. The move raises fresh concerns over regional security and the safety of vital global shipping routes that carry oil, food, and other goods between Asia, Europe, and the rest of the world. Our Seung-jae reports.
Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels have announced an immediate naval blockade against Saudi Arabia, marking a major escalation in tensions after the collapse of a 4-year truce. In a televised statement Monday, the Houthis declared what they called a maritime embargo against Saudi Arabia, saying the move was retaliation for what they described as the kingdom's nearly 12-year blockade of Yemen's ports and airports, as well as the exploitation of the country's resources.
The Yemeni armed forces announced a maritime embargo against the criminal Saudi enemy based on the equation of a blockade for a blockade, and it will enter into force effective immediately upon the issuance of this statement.
The announcement follows a sharp rise in hostilities last week. The Houthis fired missiles at Saudi Arabia after accusing the kingdom of carrying out an airstrike on an airport under their control. Saudi Arabia has not publicly accepted responsibility. The missile attacks were the first claimed by the Houthis against Saudi Arabia since an informal ceasefire took effect in March 2022. The truce had largely held despite Yemen's long-running civil war between the Iran-backed Houthis and the Saudi-backed internationally recognized government. Analysts warn the renewed conflict could have consequences well beyond the region. They say any disruption to shipping routes could affect not only oil and natural gas, but also container cargo, food, fertilizer, coal, and other goods moving between Asia, Europe, and the rest of the world.
Everything can be affected because not only oil or natural gas is shipped through this strait. Other cargoes from Asia, such as containers, food as well, fertilizers, coal, and everything else that can be loaded onto the ship and shipped or sailed to the Europe or other part of the world that needs to pass this strait, it might be affected.
The Houthis have been fighting Yemen's internationally recognized government for more than a decade, and the latest developments raise fresh concerns that the conflict could once again threaten regional security and global trade. Seung-jae, Arirang News.